Oh, good boy, Oakley. Yeah, he can stay right there, I guess. Oh, okay, it's a little bit higher than T6 and fall. Oh, God. Oh, wow. All right, you guys. Well, welcome back to another video. Now, so in this video, what we're up to is we are in the field of buckwheat that we planted this year. It's only about 10 acres, not a whole lot of buckwheat this year. Just how it kind of turned out with the crop rotation of everything. But this is the disaster field of buckwheat, kind of for a couple of reasons. We got a frost on this buckwheat before all the seed was done being cured, and that kind of really knocked our yield down quite a bit. I mean, if you were to pull up a plant right here and shatter out some of the seeds, you can see there's a whole bunch of light ones in there, but there are some dark ones right there. The dark or black ones are what we're after, and these lighter ones are kernels that weren't filled out. All right, let's get this thing running. So how we're going to turn on the thrashing part of the combine is with this right here. Go ahead, flip it up. Come up here, have a look at all these warning lights, all this stuff up here. Doesn't look like any lights are coming on. Let's give it full throttle. Now we'll go ahead, turn on the header part of the combine right here with this switch. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead, take the parking brake off and grab the hydrostat handle right here. This thing is really easy to operate. All you're going to do is, if you want to go forward, you just go ahead and push forward on it. If you want to go in reverse, you go ahead and pull back. So you want to move this thing kind of gently. You don't want to be slamming it forward or backward, just nice and easy, and that way you treat your equipment right and it'll last a lot longer. So let's go ahead, drop the head right now with that button. Okay, header's down. Now let's go ahead and just kind of creep forward a little bit. Shut the head off, put it in park like that. You know what, we'll just shut the thrasher off too while we're at it. Idle down. All right, so if you're new to farming, here's a little tip. So you're gonna wanna harvest about half of your field. Once you get halfway done, you're gonna wanna stop your machine, jump out. Go ahead, walk behind the combine where you've already harvested and look for any seeds that may have been blown out the back of the combine. Now, we're not looking for any small seeds. We're looking for like nice big seeds that shouldn't be on the ground. They should be in the combine. So let's go ahead, jump out and have a look. Also, side note, you may want to do this probably a little bit before you're halfway done with the field. Ideally, maybe, you know, like the first 100 feet or so, but that's besides the point. Okay, we gotta jump down this, and there's a badger hole right there, so let's not get our ankle caught in that when we jump down and break it off. I made it. Ah! All right, let's go out here, like I said, and just have a little look. All right, go down here, have a look. Oh wow, look at that. Now that is a whole lot of seeds on the ground. Don't know what that's all about. Let's go to a different spot. Have a look right here. This is actually a spot we want to be in. Here's some seeds on the ground right there, huh? All right, so we might actually turn down the fan a little bit, because we might be blowing some out the back of the machine. The last thing I harvested with this combine was barley, and so I basically left all the settings of the combine alone. I didn't touch any of the screens in the back, no adjustments on those, basically no adjustments in the cab up here. But what I think we're gonna have to do is turn down the fan just a little bit. Oh, hey Oaks, good boy. Oh, watch your face, whoops. Oh, watch, good boy. And you know, that would actually kind of makes sense, because this buckwheat I think is a little bit lighter than the barley. The barley was actually really nice. It was 54 pounds per bushel, so this is definitely not that. So let's get her fired up again with that. Go ahead, do full throttle, check all those warning lights and whatnot up there, they're all good. So fan RPM right here says 1,000. Let's go ahead and turn that down to, oh my goodness, we were adjusting the concave speed. Turn that back up to 590 or 600. All right, we'll leave it right there. All right, back to fan. Here, this is the fan right here. We want that. Take that down, 980. All right, we'll give that a shot and see what that looks like. All right, parking brake. All right, let's watch out. Good boy, Oaks. Let's go ahead and jump out. I wanted to show you guys yet another disaster in this field. Go ahead, shut that door. And man, this bit my lip. All right, let's go over here. So let me kind of explain this to you guys. Now the swather we have has a 25-foot draper head on it, and that's a fairly decent sized head. And this field right here kind of has a lot of little rolling hills in it. So now if you combine this 25-foot head with these rolling hills, that makes it very hard to cut as low as possible without the header, one side of the header, digging into the dirt. And then if you also combine that with the buckwheat being lodged over and the entire plant being just a couple inches off the ground, you end up with stuff like this right here. You got a whole bunch of buckwheat that is, you know, good buckwheat for the most part, but I couldn't pick it up with the header on the swather and bring it into the windrow there because of all those reasons I just said. So we got quite a bit of waste out here in this field due to all those reasons. And you know, I think that's just another reason we screwed up in this field pretty bad with that later planting and actually getting an earlier frost or freeze than normal. We got it about maybe a week and a half earlier than we usually do. So I mean, it's not all my fault, but you know, some of it is. Oh, good boy, Oakley. And so all this buckwheat in between these windrows, I mean, it's just gonna have to be worked into the ground, and then we'll water it up as volunteer next spring. So let's continue. So with the uneven swathing and kind of digging up some dirt and making pile-ups because of that, we now have the header plugged right here, like pretty bad. It sounds pretty bad. The slip clutch is going off like crazy. So what we got to do, I mean, look, if I just turn the header on, you'll be able to hear it. Yeah, okay, so with that, let's go ahead and put this thing in reverse. Okay, you gotta move. Good boy. Right there. And now let's see if we can go ahead and reverse it out. Yeah, literally, look at all that dirt. And we'll go a little bit more. All right, I think that might be good. So now we'll go ahead, get her back and forward. All right, full throttle, turn the head on and see what happens.
Am I a hero? I really can't say, but yes.
Think we're good. Man, that one was pretty bad, not gonna lie. Yeah, all right, and yet another bad thing with this field is we had some morning glory in some areas that was still green, and obviously you can see right there, it's wrapped up on the auger and it's not really coming off. But you know what? It's working right now. I'm gonna just run it for a little bit longer and see if it kind of works itself off. All right, let me explain just one more bad thing with this field. So that is when I was swathing it and I was trying to go like a normal swathing back and forth, going one direction, the swather was able to pick up the plant material, cut it, put it into the windrow. But then going the opposite direction, the swather just couldn't do it. It would just ball up, couldn't get low enough, and it was a total disaster. So what I had to do was deadhead this entire field. What that means is swathing the one direction that's working, and then picking up the head, turning it off, coming back to the start of the field, and cutting the field the same direction the whole way. Now with that being said, the combine here is having a hard time picking up the windrows because I'm trying to harvest going back and forth instead of deadheading. But I think what I decided is that we just have to deadhead this whole field like we did with the swather, because we're leaving a lot of buckwheat on the ground that the combine just can't pick up. So there you go, one more problem we have with this field. We'll make sure to never plant this late again, so that, you know, we can avoid most of these problems in the future. All right, let's climb back up. Oh, good boy, Oaks. Good boy. Shut that. Step over. Oh, watch your face. Watch your face. Good boy. I just wanted to get out and have a look at the bulker, because you can tell right here we're full right there, and we have just a couple more windrows in this field and then we're done. But I'm not sure if we'll be able to have it all fit in this bulker, so let's get out here and just take a peek. Oh, you know what? I think it'll all fit. Goodness, you guys, grain tank full, and we got about 25 yards here left to do, and then we're done with this buckwheat field. So that came out to basically pretty much exactly 2 bulkers, which would be 10 tons of buckwheat. And there we go. There's the last of it. All right, we're gonna shut that off. That's so much better without that noise. Okay, well, stop right here. Stop, stop, stop. Shut the thrasher off, idle down, parking brake on. Oh, we got it done. We got it done, you guys. As much of a heartache as that was to swath and combine, like I said, we got it done. Let's jump out. Hopefully for the last time. Actually, probably not. You know, we got to do corn harvest and we got to do sorghum harvest. So, after you. Jeez. Kind of just clean this thing off here. You know, it took care of us, so we'll just take care of it. And those all look good to me. That's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We are not done with the farming season. Like I said, we still got corn and sorghum harvest to do, and maybe some field work, and possibly maybe some custom corn and sorghum harvest as well. So Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.